Hello students, in all my previous videos that we have explained about the efficiency, how to construct these PV and TS diagrams, and as well as how to construct the efficiencies of that particular cycle. And in this video we will start from this video onwards. We will start how to calculate some values, the efficiency values, and how to take down the data, and how to proceed with the numericals. Okay, we'll understand how to solve some numericals under every cycles that what we have learned theoretically. Okay, so first and foremost I would like to take the auto cycle. So I have taken a numerical. So this is the numerical, and it is a very simple to understand, it's very easy to understand. So let me read out this numerical. An engine working on auto cycle is supplied with air at 0.1 megapascals, 35 degrees Celsius. So this can be taken as P1 pressure, that is megapascals. P1 is equal to 0.1 megapascals and T1 is equal to 35 degrees Celsius. The compression ratio is 8. So we know what is compression ratio, right? So that is nothing but 8, and heat supplied is 2100 kilojoules per kg. Calculate the maximum pressure and temperature of the cycle, cycle efficiency, mean effective pressure. So here what we have to find out is the maximum pressure and temperature. If you look at the PV diagram which is given below the problem, so where do we come across this maximum temperature and pressure? Well, the third point. So that is nothing but the maximum pressures and temperatures. So we need to find out T3 and P3 as well as the cycle efficiency and also mean effective pressure. These four things we should know. So how to find out? Okay, so this is a simple auto cycle numerical. First and foremost, after reading out the problem, you should analyze or understand the data which is given. So first we'll see the given data. So this is the given data. P1 is equal to 0.1 megapascals. So we have to convert megapascals into kilopascals. In any numerical that we solve under this air standard cycles, everything should be the unit should be taken as in a kilo, that is SI units, and kilopascals or kilojoules per kg, or kilonewtons or kilowatts. So everything should be in SI units. So we have to convert megapascals into kilopascals. 0.1 into 10 cube, that is nothing but 100 kilopascals. So compression ratio is given as 8. Compression ratio is nothing but V1 by V2. So that is nothing but 8. V1 is equal to 8 V2, right? And initial temperature is given as 35 degrees Celsius. So any temperature should be in kelvins. So how to convert centigrade to kelvins? 35 plus 273 is equal to 308 kelvins. And heat supplied is given. Heat supplied is QS. Heat supplied QS is equal to 2100 kilojoules per kg. So we need to find out the maximum temperatures and maximum pressure, that is T3 and P3. So it is very easy to find out the efficiency because compression ratio is given directly in the problem. So it is very simple. So we need to know the efficiency formula of auto cycle. So auto cycle efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 divided by r to the power of gamma minus 1. It is a simple substitution which is directly we have to substitute in the formula given. That is equal to 1 minus 1 divided by compression ratio is given as 8 to the power of 1.4 minus 1. Why we have to put 1.4 in the place of gamma? Air standard, that is nothing but air standard, what you call index. So that index is nothing but 1.4. Adiabatic index we call it as. Adiabatic index gamma is equal to 1.4 for air. That is a standard value everywhere. So in that way we have found out the auto cycle efficiency, which is nothing but 56.47%, right? Next, straight away we are finding out the mean effective pressure. Mean effective pressure is equal to work done by stroke volume. So work done divided by stroke volume can be written as V1 minus V2. So auto cycle is equal to work done divided by heat supplied. There is one more formula we know. So work done divided by heat supplied is nothing but the efficiency, which is output by input. We know the efficiency of auto cycle 0.56, that is 56%, is equal to work done divided by, anyways the heat supplied is given in the problem 2100. So only thing which is unknown is work done. So in this we can find out the work done easily. Work done is equal to 1185.87 kilojoules per kg. So we have found out this efficiency of Otto cycle and mean effective pressure very easily. So the next thing is here, one more thing is we need to find out the maximum temperature and maximum pressure. So for that we have to start from the beginning, like process 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 1. So like this, if we go process by process, we can easily find out the different temperatures and pressures at the various points. So first one, we know that mean effective pressure is equal to, so work done divided by, so 1185, which is nothing but work done, and divided by V1 minus V2. So we know that ideal gas equation P1 V1 is equal to MRT1 actually, but here M is taken as 1 kg. So nothing is given in the problem, so we assume it as 1 kg. So every value will get in terms of per kg. So P1 V1 is equal to RT1, V1 is equal to RT1 by P1. So if you substitute all the values, we will get 0.88 meter cube per kg. So mean effective pressure is equal to work done divided by V1 minus V2. Here we know we know the ratio, that is compression ratio is equal to 8, which is nothing but V1 by V2. V1 by V2 is equal to 8. So V2 can be written as 1 by 8 V1, right? So V1 minus 1 by 8 V1. So if you substitute all the value, and V1 already we have found out 0.88, so all the values are known. If you substitute, we will get 1533.19 kilopascals. This is mean effective pressure, right? So next one, we have to find out the maximum temperatures and pressure, that is T3 and P3. So we'll take first process 1 to 2. Process 1 to 2, T2 by T1 is equal to V1 by V2 whole to the power of gamma minus 1. You know, already I have explained in the previous videos and in the classroom how to get this the relation between temperature and volume. We have to take the gas equation as a base formula. From that formula we can derive this equation, the relation between temperature and volume. So in this way we can find out T2. So T2 is equal to T1 into compression ratio whole to the power of gamma minus 1. So all the values are known. So if we substitute, we will get 707.598 kelvins. Next we'll go to the process 2 to 3. We know that process 2 to 3 is heat addition process. Heat addition means QS is equal to MCV T3 minus T2. As I told you earlier, like we are taking mass as 1 kg, so obviously it can be neglected. So heat supplied already it is given in the problem, and CV, it is a standard value anywhere for air. CV is taken as 0.718, and T3 minus T2. The only unknown is T3 is equal to 3632.39. So this is the maximum temperature in the overall that cycle of Otto cycle. So this is the maximum cycle we obtain. Next one is 2 to 3 process. 2 to 3 process is constant volume. If you write straight away the gas equation, P2 V2 by T2 is equal to P3 V3 by T3. Since volume is constant, V2 V3 is cancelled, and so we can find out the equation for P3. P3 is equal to P2 T3 by P2. But in this, T3 is known and T2 is known, only the unknown is P2. So we can find out the P2 in P1 V1 whole to the power of gamma is equal to P2 V2 whole to the power of gamma. In this equation we can easily find out P2 value. Obviously. So P2 is equal to P1 into compression ratio whole to the power of gamma. So in this we will find out 1837.9 kilopascals for as P2. The same value is if you substitute in P3 equation, so obviously the value will get 9436.366 kilopascals. So this is the way to find out the maximum pressure and maximum temperatures. So if you just if you glance through the problem, so for this diagram, like PV and TS diagram, which carries marks in the examination, university examination, for this diagram at least minimum 2 to 3 marks will be given for this. The students, those who neglect this PV and TS diagram, that marks will be deducted. So care should be taken for any numerical. Make sure that you draw PV and TS diagram, and then as well as you have to write the given data to avoid confusion, and then you will find out the auto cycle. So then you will find out the work done, and then mean effective pressure. Once you find out the mean effective pressure, then you have to find out the maximum temperature and pressure. So you have to start from process 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. But before solving this, you should know what kind of process it is. So 1 to 2 process is adiabatic process or isothermal process. You have to take that particular equation only. And 2 to 3 process is constant volume. Constant volume will have another equation, which is nothing but Qs is equal to mCv T3 minus T2. So you should not take the adiabatic or isothermal what you call that equation into this process. So then it will become wrong. Then 2 to 3 process, again it is a constant volume process. We will derive this equation, and then finally we'll find out the P3 value. So this is how you find out the numerical under Otto cycle. Thank you.